Hello guys and welcome back to another video. This is Connor Plays here with a Apex Legends video playing in the background, and then I am going to give you guys my predictions for this weekend's AFC and NFC Championship games. So obviously I am going to start on the NFC side. And the Green Bay Packers at the 49ers should be a very interesting game. Aaron Rodgers needs to prove something this game in order for the Packers to win. So if you can't tell by the tone of my voice, I am thinking this is a 49ers game. Their defense is just, I feel like, too good for the Packers offense. I feel like Aaron Rodgers' main threat would be Devontae Adams, and I don't think that the run game for the Packers is going to be good enough. And since Richard Sherman will be on the Packers' best receiver, I don't see an offensive game there. But nothing is impossible, and if I'm going through Aaron Rodgers' stats, this is one of his worst years in terms of QBR rating, and the only year he's had a worse QBR is 05, 06, 08, and then the Packers got good. And then after that, it was only 15 where he had 92. So for me, there's no way with the San Francisco defense, with how Aaron Rodgers has played, that they're gonna win this weekend unless the Packers along with Aaron Rodgers decide to step it up. But I do want to talk about a few points. So I've talked about how I've talked about the Packers offense, but I haven't talked about the 49ers offense. And their offense isn't that great either, but Jimmy Garoppolo has had a lot of great games this year. In terms of QBR, his yards aren't anything spectacular. He got 424 game. He had one game with 424 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions against the Cardinals. But to throw that much yards with 2 picks doesn't really mean much. And then he did do really well against the Saints. And since he beat the Saints, that's kind of a big win for him. But I really just think that, the offense doesn't matter here, guys. But since I am going to go through all aspects of the game, I am going to pick the Packers offense over the 49ers offense. Now, that's one topic. I want to go into the Packers offense versus the 49ers defense, and then the 49ers offense versus the Packers defense, and that's where it comes down to. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo has to do a whole lot this game. I think all he has to do is perform well enough with the time management, because he's got the defense, and all he's got to do is throw to Kittle. It's not that hard to do. And, I think they can beat that defense. The Green Bay Packers defense has to have an extraordinary game, and I just don't see that happening. Next, we have the Packers offense versus the 49ers defense. Kind of what I've been talking about. But the Packers just haven't been able to get it going at an elite level. I think 27 it was against the Seahawks. I mean, that's pretty good, but it's not good enough against the 49ers defense. It's good against... What I'm trying to say is that's good against the Seahawks, but that 28 points with how they played against the Seahawks will more look like 14. And 14 is just not going to be enough against an offense that I think will be ready to go this Sunday. In terms of coaching, I actually think that the Packers coach, I'm trying to think of his name right now. What's his name? Matt LaFleur. I think Matt LaFleur could actually be the better coach this game. But I think it's his help around him, his offensive coordinator and his defensive coordinator that are the problem. Feel like the 49ers have elite secondary coaching, and I think it's Shanahan's their head coach. I think he gets too much credit for what he deserves because Jimmy Garoppolo is not playing at an elite level, and it's their defensive coach that has got their defense to be so electric. So my over-under split for this game is going to be, let's say 35 to 21 49ers. Next game, the main game people probably came for, the Chiefs versus the Titans. This is going to be a very tough game for both sides. For the Chiefs, though, I just want to talk some points about them. I feel like from the offensive and special team side, the biggest part is getting a good strong start against the Tennessee defense. I feel like the problem with the Chiefs the last few games, even against the Texans, was that in the first quarter, okay, I'm going to backtrack a little bit here. The Chiefs have always been good in the second quarter. They're, probably the best second quarter offense. Probably the best second quarter and beyond offense, but probably not one of the best first quarter offenses. I'm not doing a lot of research for this video. I'm kind of just going off what I know, but I think in order for you to keep up with Derrick Henry's Titans, they might as well be called the Derrick Henrys because that's what they are pretty much. I just think that a strong start's going to be needed. You can't be straggling behind. And the Titans, I think, have too good of almost momentum and attitude to them where they're not going to get comfortable with that lead and they'll start handing off even more. In terms of the Tennessee offense, I think they just need to continue off what they've done against the Baltimore Ravens. And that's just handing the ball off to Derrick Henry. But in order for them to win this game, they've got to find a way to keep Mahomes off the field. Because, unfortunately, for the Titans, Derrick Henry popping off for 60-yard runs doesn't actually benefit them because that minimizes their time with the ball. So, I think they honestly need to pass more and have a shorter passing game. In terms of stopping Mahomes, I think the only way you stop Mahomes is keeping him on the field and keeping his momentum at a minimum level. Because if you're having him, what the Texans aired on was having Mahomes. He got that opening touchdown, went for it on fourth down. That gave Mahomes even more momentum. Then after that, they sent Mahomes. No, they fumbled the ball, gave Mahomes the ball, and I guess they can't really control that, but the players can control that, not the coaches. But you can't give Mahomes that much momentum. He becomes unstoppable once he scores 3 touchdowns that quickly. It doesn't matter if you slow him down if you slow the pace of the game down then, he's still going to come on and throw 5 or 6 touchdowns. Okay, and now the Chiefs' defensive plans for stopping Derrick Henry. I think it's important early in this game that they just defend the run and almost stop Derrick Henry. What I wanted to elaborate on is Derrick Henry. I'm searching his stats right now. has been electric. There's no doubt about that. He's probably one of the best backs I've seen in a while. But what I want to highlight here, the Browns game, 84 yards on 19 carries. Colts game, 15 carries for 82 yards. So that's not that bad. But the game I want to highlight here, guys, is the Broncos game and the Jaguars game. Those two games, Derrick Henry. I'm thinking Mark Henry from wrestling. Derrick Henry against the Broncos had 15 carries for 28 yards, which is just absurd that they held him to that small of yardage. I think what the Chiefs need to do is keep him between the 70 to 90 yard mark. I think that's pretty considered slowing him down for his last two games. And the way the Broncos stopped Derrick Henry is, I'm not going to be able to show a video because I don't have a way of doing that from PS4. If I had a laptop, I would. But what they did was they essentially had the secondary making the tackles, but like right out of the gate. So they it's not stacking the box against Henry that's going to succeed. It's putting 3 defensive linemen up there, 3 linebackers just kind of sitting there, and then you can drop them into a zone, or you can have them, they need to be good at identifying the play. But if they see the guy, what am I trying to say? If they see them hitting the ball to Henry, they need to go. They just need to shoot. If you can limit Derrick Henry to 2 yards a carry, the Chiefs are gonna be fine, as long as Mahomes is delivering. Which I say that because Mahomes hasn't really. He had a great game against Texans, but what I want to just kind of give everyone advice on is the fact that Mahomes needs to be good in the first quarter, because it's not him, it's his teammates, really. But like a 3 and out on the first drive is not going to be acceptable against the Titans, because it gives them momentum, and they have that road warrior mentality. In terms of the Jaguars game, 17 carries for 44 yards is very surprising too. These aren't good teams, but they stopped him, and he got 20 carries. I guess he got 15 and 17, but that's a lot of carries still. He should be getting more than just 28 yards against the Broncos on 15 carries. But I think what the Chiefs need to do is stop his momentum, because here's what he's got the last 3 games. Actually, we're going to go all the way to the Chiefs game. And the reason I say all this is because this is Derrick Henry beginning of the year, 3rd week and 6th week were those bad games. But then you have 23 carries for 188 yards against the Chiefs. You have 19 carries, 159 yards against the Jaguars. 149 yards against the Colts, 103 yards against the Raiders, 86 yards against the Texans. Next week at the Texans, 32 carries for 211 yards. Patriots, 182 yards on 34 carries, and 195 yards for 30 carries against the Ravens. So stopping Henry, and then what I think you want to do is test Tannehill's arm. Cover A.J. Brown, see who else he can throw to, because that will be a big threat. And other than that, I think that's the biggest way to stop the Titans. My prediction for this game is going to be 35-32 Chiefs, because why not be a biased Chiefs fan? 35-32 Chiefs. I think they will be able to control Mark Henry for part of the game, I hope. That should be their only game plan, really. If not, then the Chiefs are going to get just absolutely demolished if they can't stop him. I mean, if the Chiefs put up 51, well, they'll be fine, right? But I don't know if they can do that again. I know they can do that. I don't know if they can do it back-to-back. But we'll see tomorrow. Those are my predictions. Chiefs 35 to 32. San Fran 28, Packers 14. And that's my prediction. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Peace. Bro, this team is so sweaty. Right now is where I'm wishing I had a sniper, to be honest. I'm gonna see if I can flank them here, go behind this rock. We need to get on top of this building because high ground's kind of what you want towards the end circle and apex. And I think I can get up here. Oh shoot, didn't mean to send myself that far. My teammates made it here with me. Great. I've been beaming these guys. I don't think they should have too many shields left. Yeah, but don't do that. Don't know why you've pushed us. It was a bad push by him. There's a guy below us inside again. Oh shoot. Hey, how do you like it? Bro, I knew... I knew there was gonna be a guy right there. Well, I didn't know, but I surely felt... Oh, my teammates can probably... Come on, dude. Oh, he got him. Nice. I need my teammates to clutch up here. I need to heal. Just kinda... He's in there with them. Worst things worst, they die and I come in to save the day. Right? Oh, and let's go Lifeline. Easy claps. That's why I love Apex Legends, you know? It's so easy to win. GG's, brother. Let's see. I bet I had the most damage, probably, hopefully. Don't want to be kill stealer. I had the second most. Bro, that freaking Wraith kind of got scammed out of eternity. See y'all in the next video. Peace.